to the final project. Okay, I will explain it in detail. For the final project, you need to identify a business problem. That means you need to search, or maybe you faced a challenges or a problem with your business or your institution. So it depends. So first, you need to identify a real process in your department or company. That means it takes maybe time, maybe let's say frustrating somehow, or it takes many people to load it or to work on it, or let's say if it's done poorly, what's the effect of this? So it depends on what we need actually, and we need to make a one paragraph explaining the current problem. So you list the problem just in let's say 3 sentences. The problem is with, for example, with my procurement department. They lack time for checking what is the best vendor for, let's say, to buying a computer or to buying a laptop. And it takes more time to check many vendors and check it manually with the procurement manager team. So it takes time, and then approval, and then blah, blah, blah. So it takes, for example, for a procurement to request to buy a laptop around 4 days. Okay, fine. Then we need to make a paragraph for this problem. Then you have to make a visual. So you can go to ChatGPT, paste your summary of the problem, and ask ChatGPT to make it as a bulletin for a process. Then you can copy this to napkin.ai, just paste it, and it creates directly the napkin. Okay? I just give you some examples here. Customer support agent, for example, here are the problems. Okay? So the customer submit a support ticket. Agent read message, search internal documentation, write a response, log this issue, follow up manually. Okay, so the agent here is a human person that does this job. So the problem is high ticket volume, slow response time, and these are inconsistent answers. Of course, if I have a lot of volume of let's say requests, of course the agent is not able, or the agents are not able to produce a direct answer, because it takes time to read, and it takes time to take action, and it takes time to reply in a consistent way. This is a problem. Another problem, let's say marketing content creator, where let's say managers defines a campaign goal, write a research competitors. Of course, I need to research for a competitor, draft a content, submit for review upon the hire manager, edit based on feedback, we receive feedback, we edit again the campaign goals and the campaign, let's say, purpose, and then publish cross-platform after we got approval from, let's say, multiple managers. The problems is slow turnaround, inconsistent branding due to disconnect steps and manual coordination. So, you know, if we need to make, let's say, a campaign for AI certificate, for example, in University of Valaman, so we need to talk, for example, with the Faculty of Business. Then we need to talk to the department responsible to this, let's say, certificate. Then we need to talk with the social media team, or let's say the communication team. Then we need to approval from the president. Then we need approval from another approval from the dean. So it is somehow maybe it is somehow a manual work, but using the AI and automation with the workflow, we can benefit more in time. Another example, it's procurement officer, for example, receive internal purchase request, check vendors, like I said before, request quotation, compare manually, get approval, place orders, track delivery. So those are a problem actually, are a problem, and there is a lot of problems. Believe me, when you check in your company, let's say, what are the weaknesses, there are a lot. Okay, what is the proposed solution? So we need, for example, if we are going to use an academic or use an academic institution, so of course we need to use eduad.ai, maybe NotebookLM, maybe ChatGPT. So it depends on your actually your behavior or your vision, how to fix this issue, how to solve somehow this issue. Then we need a process flow after AI. So if I have the AI plays a role for what? Or what it causes the AI to, let's say, to ease the process. For example, the program workflow, the customer submit ticket, agent read messages, search internal document, write response, log issue, flow up manually. So in this case, we are talking about an agent, AI agent. Actually, I should make it clear. AI agent. So what the AI can do, so the AI ticket classify instantly tags priority and topics, so the AI agent directly have to prioritize some tickets based on our criteria or based on our, let's say, definition of criteria, since the AI retrieve relevant internal document or previous similar ticket. So it checks for similar ticket and gives the customer directly a direct reply or internal document, auto-generated draft reply, like we did, for example, in the email. So the Gemini can analyze the message and directly provide you a response. AI logs and summarize ticket and CRM, so it's saved in the customer relationship management. So in case another customer or another client has the same issue, it should be, let's say, more easy. Follow-up reminders triggered by no customer reply in 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours, then we have to make another reply. So in this impact, it reduces responses time, consistent support quality, better agent workflow. Same for the marketing. Also, competitors summarize trend, draft blog spot and copy based on campaign, ensure consistency. Same for the procurement officer, AI scan request, so directly when you upload a PDF, directly the AI scan the documents through OCR. It generates automatically the summary of this quotation from which vendor, depends on same criteria, make a comparison bot between many vendors. And then for approval, we can make automation for approvals. So you can select let's say the problems that you have. I suggest you those because it is, let's say, faster on my mind. Then you need to tell exactly what command prompt you are using to instruct this AI. So let's say I select ChatGPT for procurement officer. What is the command that I need to let's say to insert? For example, act as procurement manager, then blah blah blah. Or you are in a hiring assistant, you need to match the CV like the example I provide and rate fit from 1 to 0. So it depends on all of things. As the output should be the candidate match well on experience but lacks specific skills, blah blah blah. So here in this case, I uploaded many CVs and I instruct GPT act as HR manager or maybe at HR evaluation portfolio. Then you have to include what is the prompt you are using. The step 4, I think it's somehow useless because if you are not able to implement it directly in your company, this will be, let's say, the pilot version is about testing on ourselves. The deploy version is, for example, you can make it simulated. Okay, so you don't need to implement directly in your company. So you deploy it, for example, in the department of HR, for example, and if succeeded, you will implement in the HR department across all the university, across all countries, since you are tested. But these steps actually, I think you can eliminate it. But you just need to show me that, let's say, the pilot version, how much time it takes, or what is the output of this version after the deployment. Let's say if you found the bugs, what should happen, and then the last things actually, or the last 2 things, is to define success KPI. So for example, if I am talking about CV, how do you say that AI is success or is okay or is doing a great job for us? So you have to set, for example, a KPI. That's mean if the response is time saved less than 1 minute, for example, for screening time per CV, for you, it's, let's say, it's an excellent job. Or manager acceptance or matches, it is accurate, so the AI will approve or reject for more than 85%. That means the AI has accuracy to read exactly what's inside and able to accept or reject or maybe escalate to another person. Adoption, satisfaction, so it's the same. So these are the criteria you can set. Okay, so it's not about only time saving, accuracy, adoption. Maybe if you are using for the procurement, so it means the best vendor I can get, the best laptop with specification I can get. So it's a full process. And step 6 is about to make just a short summary about the problem, the solution, how it works, and your KPIs. So it's summary of all of things. You can use the GPT or Gemini or any other things. And this is, let's say, about the final submission. So it's the problem statements that we talk about, what the AI tool we choose and why, before and after the process flow, before AI, what is the flow, after AI, how will be the flow. Usually the AI will replace the human role. So the process, I think, will be somehow replacing the node of the human by the AI. and the process should be the same. What's the prompt engineering you are using? Let's say act as HR manager, act as procurement manager, a roadmap table about the pilot, about the deployment and the scaling, success MPI. And that's it. Guys, I know the documents is big, but the idea is simple, I think. And as I told you, if you have any other questions, please let me know. Talk to me on WhatsApp, and we can maybe make a discussion over WhatsApp or make a call between us. Because I need you all to create a final project. Okay, for me, it's success to create a final project for all of you. Because this is very important that you are able to apply AI in your business. Otherwise, so we are talking about AI, yes, some software, some applications, some tools, but we cannot implement it. I know some of you are were talk to me actually and start to implementing something in their companies, but I need you all guys. Okay, see you.